Hello, everybody, and we are going to be traveling north on what some people claim to be the most dangerous road or on the island of Maui. Some people say that the stretch of road to the west or the southwest of Hana. Other people say this road that you're looking at now. Now we're going north on it. Now, at some point it's called the 360, but it's got different names or numbers. There's a 15 there as well. But anyway, here, can you see that? Kahlului. Okay, so that's where we're staying, and the road, it just goes north along the coast, and then at some point it turns into a normal road, and there's some parts of it, particularly around here, where it's winding. It narrows. It's one lane, and a lot of the times where it's one lane, if you kind of see the other driver approaching you, you can figure out, what to do, and all's good. On some occasions, it is so narrow that even a car and a cyclist wouldn't be able to sort of negotiate it. One of them would have to stop and back up a little bit, but not too much of that actually. But of course, if you do encounter that sort of road and there's two of you, then one of you has to back up. Anyway, now if you do get you can see what happens with this road. Actually, it goes all the way around the north coast and then comes over to Kapalua, and then you start running into where those resorts are. So you can do it either clockwise or anti-clockwise. If you do it anti-clockwise, which is what we did before in an all-wheel drive, and today in a two-wheel drive, then that means that you're driving with the water on your right-hand side most of the time. Sometimes, in fact, some of the time. Other times there's plantations and fields and all that kind of thing, lookout points and all that sort of thing. But for some of you, you may not feel comfortable with that because you're actually closer to the water, or actually falling off the ledge, so to speak. Whereas if you do it clockwise, you're coming from the north and you're heading to Kahlului, and then you're doing it cliffside. So on your right-hand side, you've got the cliff. Most of the time, there's some fields and stuff like that. So for some of you, like if you're not so comfortable with having water, because if you're driving up, let's say Oceanside, and you turn to the right, swerve to the right, in theory, on some occasions, you could actually go hurtling down, and that would be obviously kind of deadly. But if you're coming clockwise from the north, and you're driving along, you've got the cliff or fields on your right hand side. If you do swerve right and something bad happens, at least you're not going to go off the edge of the cliff. You might go in a rut or a ditch or something, right? But it's going to be obviously be a little bit healthier than falling off the side entirely. Anyway, right, so that's what we're doing. We say we did this 3 weeks ago in an all-wheel drive. Now it's a two-wheel drive. You've got to be a little more careful in a two-wheel drive because you don't have the clearance. And I just pulled over to take this video, show you the map, and you see this is actually a wide part. Actually, like here, if there were two cars coming, you've obviously got this little pullover here, so Bob's your uncle there, no problems. But you don't have this sort of thing that often. and see there, we got the ocean there, and over there, and and see, this is where you got to be careful in a two-wheel drive, or any vehicle with lower clearance. Actually, you see this sort of thing here. I mean, that doesn't look too bad, to be honest, but sometimes you get bigger rocks than that, and if you scrape that some part of the bottom of your vehicle, then that. Okay. Yeah, anyway, so but in a four-wheel drive, you're less likely to sort of have those clearance problems, or an all-wheel drive. But it is an issue with two-wheel drives. So this here, okay, you know, to be honest, if something bad happened here, you'd have to be an absolute idiot, for sure. But this is an exception, definitely. Some parts of this, you know, you kind of look ahead, you know, and you can't risk it, right? If you're not sure, you know, don't go over it, no matter what somebody else tells you, right? Because if you damage part of the transmission, or you punch or something, or what have you, then that can be a problem. Oh Lord, oh, Feast has just seen a cow, and for some reason, is it chasing you?
I don't know.
Well, maybe it just wanted to say hi. She's such a wimp. I mean, it's just a cow.
Come with me.
It's just a cow.
It's over there. He's walking down.
Oh Lord. You know, why do we bother?
You coming with me?
Yeah, I'm just shutting the doors. All right, let's check out this cow. Things I do, you know. All right, we're gonna check out a cow. You know, everyone, like, oh, you've seen a cow before. It's not that unusual. It's got two heads. Oh, there it is. There it is. For some reason, it's probably more scared of you than you are of it.
That cow's fit. It went up the hill.
Well, yeah, because it was desperate to get away from you. There's probably another one in there. Oh, poor cow. Just mind his own business, and Feast comes along. And although it said that there are some tigers on Maui.
Yeah, go this way.
Where are you going?
There's a pocket where show the subscribers get a nice view.
All right, great. Anyway, so yeah, so I just wanted to introduce this video by talking to you about this road. Actually, some people are going to say, "Oh, that's so irresponsible. You shouldn't be taking it." Blah 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 blah. Well, you know, like with most things in life, it's just common sense. It really is. And even in this, look at the clearance on this, right? Anyway, we left early, and you know, I kind of know what I'm doing, so you know, that's it.
Okay, subscribers, can you get a sense of this road? How narrow it is. We are approaching that village, and two cars just passed us. So it's a Sunday, maybe less locals on the road. And it's definitely not too touristed right now, which is nice. Look at that view.
Oh, there's a cross there. Oh dear.
That usually means, for anyone who's not familiar, that there's been an accident at that site. Ooh, there's a lot of glare with this.
Yes, everyone, like if you're driving and you do have the sun in your eyes, or the glare or something like that, then you just can't take any chances, you know. You just got to slow down. If you have to stop, whatever it takes, you just got to do whatever it takes to avoid it.
This is a village that we saw the car with a rotating wheel.
Whoa.
Here we go. Here's the Harleys. Must be church day. Someone's having a barbecue.
Someone's blocking the entire road.
Yep.
Half the road. Where was that car? The car had a spinning rear wheel. Where was that?
It was by a church coming up. Warning. Next 2 miles. 133. Okay, guys, you will be seeing some one-lane roads coming up. Banana bread is open. Just ask honey if you wanted some banana bread.
No, thank you.
properly tattered flag.
Yeah, isn't that disgraceful? Banana bread and mango bread. Whoa.
I think it was around here, wasn't it? This spinning wheel.
Yeah, was it that?
It was
what
around
we just...
here. Yeah.
I'm trying to think why.
Look at this view, guys. Yeah, it was this thing. It was near this church. Remember?
Look at this.
Yeah. So when
You got this? You got
this guy, here's the road. This guy was pulled up from this church. Here's the road.
Another thing to say is that we're using an iPad right now because we started off using Feast's phone, but it got a temperature warning and it stopped recording. And you said, Feast, that you've never seen that before.
No, it's not that hot, but I was playing this audio guide. Oh wow. I was playing this audio guide. It takes up a lot of battery, so power. So if you are trying to do multitasking with the phone recording, just be careful.
No honking, mahalo. Yeah, but you want to see. There's no mirrors. That's the other thing. There are no mirrors. See, now here's a cyclist. Get this. Now you see, he's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to slow down. Now imagine if he was in the car. Obviously, it wouldn't be possible. See, can't get by. Yeah, that's a bicycle. Lovely day for a ride, isn't it? Well, you're not gonna get any downhill bits for a little while.
I know, I've been around plenty of times, so it's all good.
Your legs must, I don't want to
day.
look, but your legs are probably looking good.
I'm okay so far. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye. Anyway, yeah,
Here
so
was checking out another guy's legs.
I didn't. I said I didn't want to look at his legs. Why do I want to look at a guy's legs? But look at this. This is, you're getting this, right?
Doing my best, honey.
Holy moly, chicken roly poly. But you can see if there was another car coming in, like if there was another car right now, I would either have to reverse. Okay, here's a little bit here on the right. Well, that's even then, there's not enough. But you can see why, you got to pay attention. And 15 miles, that 0 is, must be Wailuku, right? Or
Yeah, you think so? Maybe Kahului. Okay, subscribers, thanks for enjoying the video so far. We're about 5 minutes into our drive.
hang 5.
5 minutes.
And we started this a lot more than 5 minutes ago.
I said they are about 5 minutes into our drive.
No, because that's where you're wrong. Because by the time I edit them and change things around, maybe not.
Got it. Sorry. Here we go. Look at this. Let me stop in.
Oh, do people know what this is?
Mini Shaka's a little stiff. Yeah, there you go. You gotta shake a bit.
Yeah, when you do the shaka, you got.
Not too much shaking. Just a loose one. This is supposed to hang loose. And there's also a thank you. Okay, look, as I pan to the right, I love this view.
This would be really awkward.
Wow. Oh, this view is stunning. Gorgeous with the rock. Holy cow, you're seeing this in pictures. I wish you could see this in real life. It's gorgeous. Wow, someone has a house right there. They're lucky. Okay, now check out the road.
Now I have to reiterate what I previously said. See, because we're going north, we've got the water on our right. Now, if we were coming south, the water would be on the left. So some people, they're more comfortable. They'd be more comfortable going southbound. You know, because obviously, you know, if you're going northbound and you swerve or something, and you can go off the edge. But again, you know, it's just using common sense, isn't it? You know? Like just over a year ago, we were in Madeira, and it has to be said, in many respects, driving around Madeira was worse than driving around here.
Definitely worse.
Because here, it's not every road. It's only, you know, there's only a couple of these types of roads. You know, the rest of them are fine, really.
Mm-hmm. And the GPS wasn't as great well, GPS isn't great anyway, but they were taking us on some dodgy roads.
Yeah.
Check out some of our videos to find out.
I could link, actually. Why don't I do that? When I'm done with this video, I'll put the end screen at the end.
Well, some people do say Madeira is the Hawai'i of Europe. And there's definite similarities that we've both noticed. We've got a lovely day. Okay, subscribers, thanks for watching. Ciao.
Okay, I just want to conclude this video at a bay called Honolua Bay. But just final words on that road. You know, it's mostly common sense, even in a two-wheel drive. I mean, we've heard people say, oh, you can't go in a two-wheel drive. You know, the rental companies will put it part of the contract. We phoned up somebody, Avis told us that it was actually illegal to drive on that road with a rental car, which actually turns out to be incorrect information. So I don't know if that employee actually lied or was just trying to dissuade people from taking rental cars on that road, and also the one by Hannah. And of course, you know, those big rental companies, it's possible that they've put trackers in their cars anyway. So another reason not to use them and to use Turo instead. Anyway, yeah, so common sense. Anyway, and what happens after a while, depending which direction you're coming from the south, once you've passed all the sort of not so good bits, it then turns into a state highway, and there's a sign that says beginning of state highway, and I think it's either initially 15 and then becomes 30, or it's 30 the whole way. Anyway, just want to say about this bay, Honolua Bay, and we've been here a couple of times. We've parked over there actually once. No, we didn't. We parked down there. You can't see it, but you can park over there and walk down, or you can park just around the corner down there and walk. And yeah, this is a favorite one for snorkelers. Actually, you can see it's only 9:15. Like as time goes by, there'll probably be some of the tour boats that have come from Lahaina. They'll turn up, anchor, and you know, a bunch of snorkelers will go off and do what these people are doing now. But normally kind of put in from down there, and then you can see there's a grey bit over there. It's probably not so good for snorkeling. You can see the bit of reef, I suppose. There's a few people over there. As you can see, but say it is only maybe it's 9:20 now. I don't know, but yeah, few people over there as well. Not sure if this is so good for seeing. If you want to see turtles or swim with turtles, I think people have done that here, but it's not so maybe normal as say once you go further around the coast and you start getting over to the west side of Maui. But you know, you never know. There's a certain amount of luck. Feast looks at the snorkel reports every day. I think, is that website called snorkelreport.com or something? Oh. Snorkelstore.com. Anyway, and what can happen, you know, you can have, you know, conditions in the morning, and then a few hours later things have changed.
This is the best place to snorkel on the island according to the report for today.
Right, so according to the report today, that at this particular moment in time, this is the best place to snorkel on the island. But, you know, a few hours from now, it could be different. You know, a few hours from now, you know, it could be a different location. You know, that's how it is. I mean, so it all depends, doesn't it? It just depends. But, you know, certainly I think if you're, you know, if you like have an average and you're just looking, you've never done this before, never snorkeled before maybe, or you're just looking for an average experience, I think this probably isn't so bad. A bit awkward, there's no public transport here. About a couple of miles further around the coast, then you start coming into Kalua, I think, and then the Kapalua, and then there's a bus there, but then you get those resorts and everything else, you know, so, you know, where there's a will sort of thing. But anyway, so,
We might be back here.
pardon?
We might be back here.
We might be back here. Anyway, so if you are on this so-called dangerous road coming from the north, you will pass this point on this road. And then, of course, if you're coming from the other direction, it's the other way around. So, yeah, bring your snorkeling gear with you if you're into that sort of thing. You know, it's free. I mean, Lord above. I mean, all this kind of stuff is free here, unless you go on one of the tour boats, of course. And they're anything but free. All right. And this is where we are. Honolua. This actually looks like a sign that someone's just done themselves, and I don't always trust these signs that look as though they're just hand made by one of the locals. I have to admit, saw one sign that said the trail was 3.5 miles, but officially it was something like 1.5 miles, and I was wondering if a local had just changed it from 1.5 to 3.5 because they didn't want people traipsing along. Anyway, so this is Honolua Day. Today happens to be a good day to be snorkeling here. Some of those snorkelers will, of course, have come from that vessel. Others will have just parked their cars and just made their way down and then just donned snorkeling equipment and be doing their own thing, which is what Fisa and I have just done, actually. But anyway, but just because this bay is good today doesn't mean it's going to be good tomorrow. Fisa's been looking at a website called Snorkel Report, I think, and that just it gave this part of the island 8.5 today, and a part of the island that she went to last weekend is now at 6.5. So, you know, next weekend or tomorrow or a few hours time, you know, these numbers could change. It just depends on the swells. You know, there's a little bit of luck involved. Oh my God, there's some people snorkeling out there. I guess they must have come from the boat. But anyway, so yes, today's a nice day. Well, at least here anyway, for this kind of thing. Okay, so we're heading back to the car. Two things. We just heard you know, when they blow through the conch shell. Just heard that, and I've heard that in Samoa. A couple of weeks ago at that centre, when they had that celebration in honour of their previous queen's 255th birthday. Somebody was blowing a conch shell, and somebody just did it from over there on the left. That's where they're having that wedding. But the other thing I wanted to say actually is that there are a lot of hens and roosters walking quite freely around this island, just doing their own thing. I guess they're not owned by anybody, and they're just, I mean, they could be all over the island, not just one particular part of the island, but I mean, here's a few of them here, some over there as well. But yeah, you could be anywhere, and in fact this morning one was on a bit of a rock, and oh, there's one under that car. But we had one under our car this morning as well, after it jumped up onto a rock and scared the bejeepers out of a visitor. It was kind of funny actually. But yeah, so sometimes if you suspect there's one under a car, you have to make sure, well, you don't have to, but I suppose the nice thing to do is make sure it's not under the car when you reverse. Okay, so. Oh dear, else that'll be dinner that night. Squashed chicken. Alrighty. Well, no guessing where I'm finalizing finally this video. And for those of you that have watched the entire video, this little nugget of information that I'm about to give you may make life a lot easier for some of you. For those of you who are renting a car or borrowing a car or you know, have some vehicle that you'll be driving around. Now Feast has she's got a problem with her left knee, so she has a disabled placard from California, and those are recognized. Apparently, I think all 50 states recognize each other's disabled placards. I just saw a car parked in a disabled space with Washington state plates, and that was showing a placard from Washington. Placard we've got is from California, and it has to be said that it's made life a lot easier with parking. It really has, which of course is easier for Lisa. She doesn't have a wonky left knee anyway. But if any of you are in that situation, then bring your disabled placards with you and use them whenever you can, because it will definitely save you a bit of hassle. As you can tell, we've moved. We're on Kapalua Bay, and with this whole snorkeling and looking for turtles thing, you know, there's a certain generalizations, which are very, very good guides, but there's always that amount of luck, isn't there? You know, you could be, snorkeling for 45 minutes and see no turtles at all, and then you could get back on the beach and, you meet somebody that was, just literally walking into the beach and they see a turtle off in the distance. You know, there is luck to it. So, whatever advice you read online or you hear, whatever, it's just a generalization. Certainly where we're staying on the north side of things, that isn't so good for swimming, for sure. That's more for the wind sports, because it's windier, it's raining, there's more surf there. But anyway, so I hope this has been useful. We're about to go in. It's now about, 9:45. So we're going to buy, we've just come along just to sort of make some sort of decision as to where we're going to go snorkeling. Looks as though there's more people on this side right now. Of course, in an hour's time, it could be somewhere different. So that's where we're going to head. We've got to walk back to the car and get our stuff, and hopefully things will be good. Mahalo.